Nittany Nation, we are back again, episode 11.
What's up, boys and girls? How we doing?
You know, we're in like a time period where if you I feel like we're like going for like a 12-course meal, but we're at the point where you have like crappy bread beforehand. Or you're at a crappy restaurant beforehand and you're getting ready to leave there to go have your 12-course dish.
You can only fill up so much on bread at the end of the day. You know, and that's the problem though, is you can fill up on bread too. So we're trying to eat as much bread as we can right now.
That the season is right around the corner. We got fall camp starting tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait. I just want to, I want clips. I want material that we can actually wrap our hands around and talk about. I want to see some highlights from camp. And I mean, the season is a month away. I need stuff. I need something. I'm really starting to, get the itches, they say.
Yeah. And just clips of anything. Show me an incomplete pass even.
Yeah, give us something to talk about, please. Just at the end of the day, give us something to talk about.
Right. As we know, Media Day was last week, and head coach James Franklin had some stuff to say, and AQ Sipley was on McAfee's show and answered some questions that the boys had there on McAfee's show.
Yeah, so basically Ty Schmidt goes into this little rant about going up to AQ and asking him what he thinks about where Penn State's going and a little bit about Notre Dame in regards to them. Oh my gosh, I can't get the thing to load.
Yeah, just to them not being in a conference and kind of what James Franklin had said, during his media day availability about how everybody should be in a conference and how scheduling should be like the same.
There we go. I did it. Look at me being an adult. All right, so here we go.
How you feeling about the Nittany Lions going into this season?
I think Notre Dame's schedule of yesteryear was a lot tougher. I mean, recently they're playing Duke, they're playing Stanford. Stanford isn't what it used to be. They got one of the.
If they went to the
schools.
ACC, that's who they would be playing.
They would. They need to come over to the Big Ten where we've made it a super conference.
So James wants them in the Big Ten. That's what he wants.
I think that's what it is.
All right. So from right there, first things first, it sounds like James is a little tired of Notre Dame being a quote unquote independent.
Yeah, I think what he's looking for most is just an even playing field. Just guidelines on the schedule. So everybody's playing the same amount of games, same amount of conference games, same amount of games against Power 4 teams or Power 2 teams, however you want to look at it. I think he's just looking at it. If we're going to have a committee, a group of people pick who the best teams are, then all those teams need to have the same resume per se.
I'll play devil's advocate here, though, because Notre Dame isn't independent. The committee has said that they can never be higher than a 5th seed. So they'll never be a one.
Last year's. They changed that this year.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, for this year, Notre Dame can get that first round bye.
Okay, so now this is absolutely ludicrous. This is not fair. That's literally why wouldn't every team just be independent then?
Right. And you're going to get the Notre Dame people say, well, if it's so easy, go independent. But there's so much TV contracts and everything. All the red tape.
There's 2 or 3 independent teams right now in the
2,
FBS.
Notre Dame and UConn.
UConn, that's the other one. That's what I thought. Okay.
I mean, even Army and Navy joined a conference.
Yeah, I know, right? Which is hilarious because I remember them being the ones. All right, so shall we let them go a little bit further down this rabbit hole? All right, here we go.
I think that's what it is.
That's a good way to recruit them.
Great angle.
That's not a bad angle.
Great angle.
I love what James Franklin's doing. Hey, you're
during his
sorry ass.
Yeah.
Why don't you come on in here?
Yeah, I'm sure he's signing up to play them every year.
I love
bet.
Who? You think James Franklin?
Yeah, absolutely not.
Can I give you my take on the Penn State Nittany Lions?
Mm-hmm.
I think what happened at the end of that game against Notre Dame for Drew Aller was the best thing that could happen for Drew Aller. Okay? I think it's terrible for Penn Staters. Obviously terrible. Terrible for Drew Aller. Horrendous that is on his resume. But I think that is a perspective putter for Drew Aller all offseason. Nobody's talked about him. We've talked about
Stop it right there. And I have to absolutely agree with. So I cheated a little bit. I watched this earlier. 100% agree. You know what? I think in watching how he's carried himself this season, I think it took him to the next level.
Yeah, I think it's going to provide you with motivation. It's going to be the haters, It's like he said, it's put Drew on the back burner. Like, nobody's coming out and saying he's the best quarterback in the country. And it has to do with, the lasting memory you have is hands on his head after he threw that ridiculous interception at the end of the game.
And they're actually going to get into that here in just a minute.
So many other quarterbacks. So many. Drew Aller's 6'6". Drew Aller can throw the ball forever. Drew Aller can run. He's got moxie. He's an Ohio guy. Mm-hmm. And then he had his worst thing of the season, basically, was his last play. It's like that. I think motivation, perspective, chip on shoulder. I think Penn State still has all those things. And also, I think you guys still have more money than anybody else in the country.
I want to stop it right there before they go any further. So I did some research. Penn State has literally this season raised $116 million.
That's ridiculous.
I remember how we were talking, like, literally until that number came out. We were talking, we're the blue collars go. We're the blue collars go. No, we want to win now. We want to win.
Right. And the thing I get from what McAfee was saying there, dude, it gets me fired up for the season. Like, if Drew's going to come out how McAfee is saying, chip on his shoulder, like, he's never had to have a chip on his shoulder. He sat his first year behind Clifford and got into, I think, 10 games his freshman year. He's never faced this amount of adversity. He's never had to rise above that. Yeah, he hasn't beat Ohio State or Michigan or, the big game, but like, he hasn't faced this amount of criticism and adversity in his career until now.
Yeah.
Does this take him to another level?
And I 100%, he's got a monkey on his back, and we have to see if he's going to have the ability to shake that off. And I think in the first few games of the season, it will definitely, we'll see very soon. Sooner than later, we'll see what's going on with him. All right, let's see here.
You guys just signed the number one hockey guy.
Yeah.
Did we lose?
They're in the finals.
Hockey
made a deep run. Yeah, the wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling, obviously.
Penn State sports.
Yeah, women's volleyball
are about to become
lacrosse.
I think everybody just needs to get ready. That Penn State sports is gearing up to take over everything with the way they are constructed with CEOs and donors and boosters. And they're not just collectives. They're coming from actual people that have companies that are spending this money. So I don't think like the commission is going to be able to cut them out of this whole thing. $700 million update to the stadium, $167 million.
I don't know why it's cutting out on us there.
I think the biggest thing is Pat Kraft, the athletic director, came in, changed the entire culture at Penn State athletics. The previous athletic director, Sandy Barber, was widely disliked at Penn State because she wouldn't get behind what needed to be done to take their athletics to the next level. Like they said, wrestling is national champions every year, basically. Hockey made their first Frozen Four last year and now got a bunch of dudes to come in for this year. Like the best hockey player since Sidney Crosby is going to play hockey
at Penn
State College.
They're going to fill up. I mean, and it's crazy to see, and I would love if you would like to elaborate a little bit more. What do you think the difference between this new athletic director and the previous one, minus not backing, but like what do you like? Like what makes this more prevalent for Penn State?
Pat Kraft has got the donor base behind him. And as we know, money makes the world go round. The more money you have, the more you can put it into these sports programs and the more they can do. I mean, since Pat Kraft came on, you'll hear it anytime that James Franklin talks about the alignment of the university, that head coach, athletic director, president are finally on the same page. And that was something he never was able to say when the previous athletic director was here at Penn State. He was not able to say that until Pat Kraft came and started, whining and dining and getting this ginormous donor base bought in, basically.
I like that. I forgot that I could switch back and forth from this to this because I'm new to this side of the. I'm not the producer normally. He's the producer normally, so I'm new to this, guys. So bear with me here. But all right, so now AQ goes a little bit more into this.
Well, we'll take you donate $10 million. We'll let you in a speakeasy in the back door.
Yeah. What do you think?
$10 million is what it's going to take.
Coach Jim Knowles.
Yeah, Jim Knowles from Ohio State comes out. I mean, just like Penn State is all in on sports. I love that. I like that a lot. I assume you do as well. Do you think the football team, because there's so many other schools that are all in as well, especially in the Big Ten, do you think they're going to be able to do what they did last year? And do you think they're going to be able to get even further?
It's going to get real loud if they don't. It's going to get real loud because they have spent all the money in the world to keep that roster intact, right? They got their quarterback coming back. They've been able to keep both running backs. They go and poach Jim Knowles. They pay the defensive tackle. And all these guys were borderline pro guys, too. Like, they could have gone into the draft as well, let alone gone to another school for more money. So they've done everything. They've gone all in on this. They've gone all in with everything at the university. My man Pat Kraft is, let's spend it. How much?
I want to stop it right there really quick because I wanted to give you your tip of the hat and get your thoughts on what he said previously right there.
Yeah, like I said, it's now or never. Like, there hasn't been hot seat talk about James Franklin since 2016, before they went on that little run to get to the Big Ten championship and the Rose Bowl. Since then, pretty cool chair, if we're being honest. Like, he gets 10 wins more times than not. Hasn't had I don't count COVID year because that year was so screwy. But
Right.
You take out that COVID year, he hasn't had a losing season. And Penn State's always in the national conversation. But they've never had expectations this high. They've never been this bought in with money, expectations, all that. Like you said, they went and got the best defensive coordinator in the country.
From their rival. From their rival.
Penn State doesn't do that. That's not what this university does or did. I'm here for it. Like, if we're going to be the big bad wolf in the Big Ten, like, let's embrace it. Let's go spend like Ohio State, spend like Michigan. There's no winning the right way anymore. You have to put the resources behind it, and you can still do it with culture and that type of stuff, but you have to have the money behind it too. And like I said, ice cold seat since about 2016. They lose to Oregon and Ohio State. Temperature's going up, way up on James Franklin.
Easily.
I love the guy. Like, I love James Franklin. Like, I don't think you couldn't tell me anybody else out there would do better than he has done so far. That is realistic for Penn State.
And that's what you think there. All right. I like that. So let's go ahead and let AQ wrap it up here just real quick here. Whoop-ha.
What does it cost? Let's write the check for $1 more, whatever it is, right? So he's doing everything he can to win. He's doing everything he can to put this program at the top and the upper echelon of college football and stop Penn State from being mentioned in, okay, well, after the top 4, after the top 6. Like, no, he wants to win this damn thing. And they got the group coming back. Obviously, we like the quarterback. You love that play happened for Drew Aller. I didn't love it, but I also love the fact
I know you didn't love it, but I'm just saying mindset. As somebody got death threats at the end of a season,
Okay, that's not, all right, there we go. So, yeah, we want to just wrap it up with that there. Alrighty.
Yeah, I mean, I keep saying we, like I'm on the team or in the program or anything.
We are on the team. We're pundits, okay? We're a part of this.
Like, I'm just a fan, but as you can see, AQ, he's been in that building. He knows a lot more people than we do. And we know, like, this is it. Like, if Penn State doesn't make it to the national championship game, this entire thing could be blown up.
Just to be honest, it's very reassuring to hear somebody as high, up like you said, who knows, like an AQ Shipley, just basically quoting what we've been saying for the past few weeks. It just brings me back to us all being everybody's on the same page right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, like the expectations, you can either meet them, and we have to meet them this year. Like, I don't think there's any ands, ifs, or buts about it. If expectations aren't met this year, Penn State's looking completely different come next year.
I think it becomes if this isn't the year, it becomes a what do we do now type situation.
Yeah, if it's not now, when is it? Like, this is like I don't want to say your last hurrah, because if you do it, like, there's gonna be a lot more hurrahs afterwards. But like, this is your like last chance at. We can't make this situation any better for you as a program. Not even for James Franklin, just as a program. We can't make the situation any better than what it is this year.
This chapter needs to end, and the next chapter needs to begin. And that doesn't mean that James Franklin needs to leave. It's just we need to start a new chapter of Penn State football.
Yeah, and that new chapter has to be what's been going on, what's been building. We had the NIL to keep this team together. Besides Abdul Carter, basically, we got the money to keep this team together, just like Ohio State did, just like Michigan did, and they cashed the check. They cashed that check that kept that team together. Hey, national title. Can't bounce that check this year.
No. And apparently it costs about $160 million. So it's good to know that we've got that number figured out as well.
Moving on to happier news, or easier news, I guess. Not as passionate. Let's put it that way. Penn State, I was looking this up. Penn State's had 4 quarterbacks since 2013.
That is... How is that possible?
Right. It doesn't seem possible. You had Hackenberg for 13, 14, and 15. He was the starter. So he started as true freshman, played his sophomore year, junior year, went to the draft. In comes Trace McSorley. He plays his sophomore, junior, and senior year at Penn State. Leaves the door for Sean Clifford, who got the extra COVID year, which allowed him to start for 4 years. Oh. And now we're on year 3 of Drew Aller.
That just doesn't make it. My brain can't.
There's NFL teams that have more starting quarterbacks than Penn State.
Look at the Bears. Look at the Raiders. Both of them. The Raiders had more starting quarterbacks last season, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and Penn State's just trots out here. Quarterback, the definition of quarterback certainty, basically. I can't remember the last quarterback battle we legitimately had. Because you can't tell me it was a real battle between true freshman Drew Aller and super senior Sean Clifford.
No, I literally... No, it's just been one after the other. You come here, hang out for 3 years or 4.
Clifford's, the Penn State beat hasn't been able to talk about a quarterback battle since 2013.
They're just like, yeah, well, we don't talk about that anymore. We don't talk about that anymore. You know, we got a guy, and apparently once we have the guy, he's the guy. Okay, there's nobody's going to tell us anything about that.
Right. Michigan's having a quarterback battle right now. Ohio State's having a quarterback battle. Oregon's having a quarterback battle. Notre Dame's having a quarterback battle.
Meanwhile, Drew's just like do 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 do.
Just it's crazy how it's just lined up year after year after year for 4 guys to take care of 12 years.
So who's next then? Who's next in line?
Our first quarterback battle in over a decade.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy to think.
Because you have Ethan Grunkmeyer in the wings, you have Jackson Smolik. And that's where it's going to get weird too. Is after this season, do one of those 2 guys jump in the portal? So then the decision's made for you. Hopefully not, because both guys are highly talked about.
It'll be very interesting to see that. And like you said, it's been so long since we've seen one, how that will pan out. And I mean, for James Franklin too, that's going to be another coaching, for over 12 years, he's just, oh, that's the guy. And then that's the guy. That's the guy. And then that's the guy. All right, cool. Who's next?
Yeah, he's basically hasn't had to worry about that position in 12 years.
Crazy to think about.
Like, I didn't look it up because I wouldn't even know where to begin, but there can't be another team in the country that's done that.
I think the Raiders have had more coaches in 12 years than they have had quarterbacks.
Them and the Bears, too.
So, like, insane to think about. Wow.
And,
the
running back. Yeah, the running back stable just keeps reloading. You got Nick and Katron back for their 4th year, their senior year. Before that, Journey Brown was really good. You had Miles Sanders. You had Saquon, of course.
Right.
That position doesn't seem to be slowing down either.
Tight ends seem to just be absolutely stacked right now. Oh my God. Can football please start, dude?
Right. And then since Phil Troutwing's been the offensive line coach, he's landing all the dudes we need. And that position group's taken off to where it's one of the strongest in the country as well. We're a quarterback away. We're a quarterback that can take the next step away from everybody's dreams coming true.
I guess at the end of the day, the question is Drew that guy? And I guess we'll have to find out if he is or if he isn't. This is it.
Right.
This is it.
He has to be, basically. It's a lot of pressure to be putting on a 21-year-old,
I couldn't even imagine. If we're being completely honest, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, like the entire program essentially rests on his right arm.
Hey, Drew, no big deal or anything, but if you don't do everything right this year, this entire state's going to hate you for the rest of your life. All right? Have a great game.
Right. It's just crazy how many stars seem to be aligning right now for Penn State to take that next step.
I don't like it.
And deliver what fans have been wanting since, 1987.
I don't like
86.
it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Not one bit. I don't like this. It's like it's quiet. Too quiet.
Yeah, the calm before the storm.
God, I hope they just come out like a bat out of hell, but just being in, it's like you said, it's 86. Like, just been bred to not expect, and it's hard to try to get on this high expectation train.
Yeah, it's the football fan that lives with the impending doom, always lurking behind you in the dark shadows.
Standing on your shoulder, waiting.
Like what could go wrong?
Oh,
what punt will be blocked? And
in that situation, it's like it's not if, it's when. Like, when is it going to go wrong?
Right. I mean, I think that September 27th, week 5, against Oregon, the whiteout, the first big test of the season.
That's going to be insane.
I don't want to do a show if we lose that game.
Oh, trust me, I will probably not be in a sober state if we do a show after that game.
Like,
you're gonna see me with a bottle. Let me tell you something.
We spent this many millions of dollars, and we can't beat Oregon with a new quarterback.
I swear to God, I'm going to fly to Happy Valley right now.
At what it was, like a West Shore Homes Field now.
I
think we kept Beaver Stadium though, so
yeah.
But you
can
have Oregon come. You have Oregon coming in with a new starting quarterback to the whiteout. It's got to happen.
That game is loud. That is a loud game. That is where you go. I can't. No. Yeah. Can't hear you. So I don't tell you.
Yeah, like last week when we were talking about, what boxes we have to check this season. That first one is Oregon.
It's a big one.
Before this team can be taken seriously.
Right.
We know they're good enough. We know they're talented enough.
Has it gotten to their head, though?
I don't think so. I don't think that's possible with how Franklin coaches.
Well, I'm just saying, we'll find out. And, by come week 5, we'll find out.
Yeah, if they come out flat or if they, like I said, that's going to be that first hill on a roller coaster, that first incline. You reach that apex. That's the Oregon game.
Still got my eye. I still have my eye on Iowa. I'm just got my eye. Nebraska. I got my eye on both of you.
I feel like that Oregon game, we decide if the roller coaster gets stuck on top of the hill or if we're like full speed ahead. What we got? We got what? 30? We got 31 days?
31 days. We are 1 month, officially 1 month away.
Before we take on Nevada, which we'll have a special guest for.
Excited for that. That'll be that's literally in 4 weeks.
Yeah. In 4 weeks, we're going to have a special guest that will tell us all we need to know about Nevada.
Poor man. We mean it with love. We mean it with absolute love, but oof.
Yeah, we have a Nevada expert. The one thing I do know about Nevada is Brock Purdy, the 49ers quarterback. His brother is at Nevada.
So, Mock Purdy? I don't know what his name is.
Chuba or something like that?
No way his name is Chuba.
Let me look this up. Fill some time for me.
Oh, my God. I am very impressive. That is Brock Purdy's brother's name. But no, yeah, we're going to have a really cool guest on. He has his own Nevada podcast, so it'll be fun to sit down with him and get to hear what we get to see from Nevada, the players to watch,
Chubba.
Schemes to look for. His name is really Chubba Purdy? Oh, my God. Who are this dude's parents?
I don't know. That's all we need to know.
These are my boys, Brock and Chubba.
I can't wait to talk about Chubba. Because that means it's here.
I just feel like they were either going to play in the NFL or be in the WWE. There really wasn't an in-between on that one.
It might be both.
Don't knock them out. They might still have a career, going forward. You never know.
All right, guys. Like we said, we got 31 days. Until real football.
Real football.
We'll be coming back at you on Friday. Hopefully with good news from fall camp starting on Wednesday. Fingers crossed, Fingers
we'll have a
crossed,
little
no
something
injuries.
for Friday then, which would be cool.
Yeah, we should have some clips from practice or something. Somebody doing something football related.
Well, we'll have a quote. I can guarantee you we'll have a quote.
We'll have something.
It won't be. It may not be much, but I can guarantee you at least one quote for Friday.
All right. With that said, that'll do it for us here at Penn State on the Voice of College Football. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, review, all the good things to help this channel grow. And nice talking to you guys.
LTFI.